Well, I am at the Rogerson Clematis Garden at Lusher Farm in Lake Oswego, and we're going to be talking about fruit trees, not clematis this time, but about fruit trees and about how to take care of them after the pruning. And I'm with Ray from Bartlett Tree Experts. And so this time of year, what should we be doing to our fruit trees?
Okay, the main thing is the timing of the treatments for the trees, because if you wait until you get to see the disease or see the pests, you're too late. You got to stay, you preventive, got to stay one step ahead of it. So what we're doing is we're basically looking at the buds, and right now, you know, they haven't started growing yet, but this is a good time to get like actually a late dormant spray on just before they start to grow, because what happens sometimes we get so much rain, we can't spray in the rain, so it's better just to spray, clean up the fungus, the pathogens on the tree now, and that way when the new buds come out, they'll get immediately attacked. And
so that's really for fungicide and for insect control too?
In the springtime, we're just going for the disease first. Okay. The insects don't show up till later, until about May. So basically from February and through May, when we got the wet, rainy months there, that's when we got to do like at least a monthly spray to stay one step ahead as the new growth comes out, to spray it, just keep that fungus off of there.
And so we do really have to be careful once the buds break, the flower buds. We don't want to be spraying if there's pollinators.
Yeah, you can't spray fungicide, you know, those are safe, but yeah, any insecticides, even some of the safer ones, you still got to be careful. It's better just wait till after they're done blooming, because you don't have fruit yet out anyway.
Right.
And yeah, especially for the bees, because we use a very safe thing. It's called a spinosad. It's basically it's derived from a beneficial bacteria, so it's just kind of dangerous when it's wet. But for people, it's totally non-toxic. But works very well for controlling the apple maggot and the codling moth.
But you have other things to help with that kind of an insect, and you have some little devices here that will help deter codling moth and apple maggot.
Yeah, so this is a codling moth trap, and what it is just inside we've got some sticky paper, and there's a little pheromone we put in there, a little female pheromone. Basically, this helps a little bit with the control, but mostly it's for monitoring. Okay. So if we start seeing those in there, we know we need to spray, but what we're trying to do is just stay one step ahead of it. So we put these out in May, and that way, usually what they do, the codling moth shows up right when the trees are blooming, they'll start becoming active, and that's when we want to get them before they start laying the eggs on the fruit.
And so the pheromone really works, and it kind of disrupts their patterns. It kind of broadcasts. It's really fascinating the way that works.
Yeah, this is one thing we found. This is what the commercial growers use, and we've been using them now too for several years, and they work really well. This is a pheromone tie. We put this on the tree. That doesn't look like much, but that puts out enough pheromone, basically kind of puts a cloud of pheromone around the tree that when the males come to try to find the female, they're lost, and if they can't fight each other, they can't mate and lay eggs. So it does very well to help control codling moth.
It totally disrupts the cycle.
Exactly. Unfortunately, these aren't available at retail, but we can get hold of those.
Oh, okay. And then what is this yellow one behind us?
Yeah, so after that, usually more into June, we get apple maggots. They're the ones that come out, and they're more of a fruit fly. Codling moth, they'll lay their eggs, and they'll get all black down the core, where these kind of get in the flesh of the apple. So you got two different pests you're going to worry about. So this one, just basically yellow trap, and this is like a little monular on here, and this actually draws in a lot of flies, so that'll help control some control on those. Basically, we'll hang one of those in every other tree. Where the codling moth trap, we just do like 1 or 2 per orchard just for monitoring.
Oh, wow.
But this combination of traps along with the spray, between the two of them, if we do the right timing, that's how we get good control. And the last thing too is culture. The biggest thing is the fruit, that rotten fruit that comes in the ground. If they just leave that's where they overwinter and they come back next year. So if they just, good sanitation, that's huge as far as controlling those pests.
Really, it's all a total thing. You want to make sure you prune correctly to get that air circulation and light getting in, and then also making sure that you're taking care of it on an ongoing basis.
Yeah, and it's all about timing. You have to stay one step ahead of it.
Well, it's so much information, and if you want to have the tree experts come out to your place, please go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over to the Bartlett website, and Ray and his guys can come out and have your trees taken care of, and you have wonderful fruit harvest. Thanks so much, Ray.
Great, thank you.